How's it going, guys? Welcome to the FM Dugout. We're back for a new season with Rangers in episode 6 of Rescue Rangers. So today sees an early start to the season with a tie away from home against Bala Town in the Euro Cup first qualifying round, first leg. So it's before the start really of the season. I haven't had a single friendly yet, and we have a game in the Euro Cup. So this is going to act as a kind of friendly for us, which is a bit of a risk, I suppose. We haven't actually had our English free transfer signings come through yet either. That will happen in a couple of days' time. But our players who have run out of contract have left and have sold some. And we've also signed a couple for some money. We'll get on to that in a minute. But what I want to talk about first is Jordan Rossiter. So Jordan Rossiter had a bid made for him from Watford, and it was accepted by the board, and I wasn't aware that that had actually been made. I had missed the news item as I was going through it, and I found out on the day he was set to sign for them, and I couldn't, reject it at that point. So I furiously looked back through the news to try and find it, found the news item saying that a bid had been made, and there was a protest button. Now, I've done that before, where I've missed the fact that someone was supposed to go, and I protested. I think it was actually in the transfer day. That's why, the point at which they'd agreed to go just came up because I had nothing to respond to when the bid was made. And it didn't work when I protested there. The board agreed, but, it wasn't cancelled. This time I protested, and the board agreed, and it was actually cancelled. But I think that the transfer funds had already been added to my transfer budget. Wasn't added to the balance of the club, but it was added to the transfer budget, so it's actually allowed me to spend more than we really have had available, and consequently the club believe that the finances are fantastic, even though we're 32,000 in the red. So we'd gone up to about 5 million from from season ticket sales, and there were a few transfers out. And then obviously the board think we had 6 million added on maybe at that point to the overall balance, which took us up to 11 million. Maybe that's why they're kind of happy. Or possibly it's just down to the fact that from a wage point of view, we're massively under. So we're on 198 as our committed spending. So we're actually 120,000 under budget. And at the moment, we're actually at half of the stated budget. So we'll see how things go once players start coming in and the squad beds in a little bit. But obviously, with it being pre-season, the most important thing is the transfers. So let's take a look at the transfers. Where are we? Right, so we want to see all transfers. So quite a long list of players who have left. Clinton Hill's retired, Walsh, Senderos, Cinnamon, Jeffries. A lot of them are all youngsters, so the kind of key ones to call out would be Senderos, Walsh, Hill, Windass, we know, left to Ross County, Halliday to Hearts. Since then, Livingston have taken Fraser Aird on loan for the rest of the season, and I think his contract's up at the end of the year. Yes, so that'll be Fraser Aird out, paying his wages in full. Ryan Hardy's on loan again at Kilmarnock. Lee Hodson has left to Dundee for 60k. Michael Halloran's gone to Ross County for potential 450k. So getting most of our money back for Michael O'Halloran. In terms of who we brought in, so to fit in with our new formation, Tom Lawrence has come in to add a bit of quality to the attacking midfield. I think this one is, if it had more money, it probably wouldn't have been someone like Lawrence. He was transfer listed. I think he's going to be good enough for the Scottish Premier League and should be good in the Europa. The kind of key skills here are pretty decent. Decisioning is a little bit low. Strength maybe a little bit low as well. He's still 23, 4 caps for Wales. So he was brought in for 1.4 million, and that was just straight up. Next up was Zach Clough. Now this is where most of the money has actually gone, because I wanted a striker that was going to bag us some goals and potentially have some sale-on value. And I think Zach Clough is exactly that. preferred as a false 9, so I'm retraining him as an advanced forward. But if you look at the advanced forward, the only thing that is kind of lacking a bit there is the heading. Everything else is pretty decent. In terms of the false 9, you can see most of the skills are about the 14 mark. So I think he's a good player. Probably paid a bit over the odds, but you know, Bolton, he might have been his kind of their prized possession at that point. And then we've got Ismail Benacer from Arsenal in on loan. Now, I think his contract's way out. I was kind of looking at this as getting him on loan and potentially thinking about putting in a bid if he does well enough. Bringing him on loan probably means Matt Crooks isn't going to play as much. I mean, at 19 years old, his stats are really good. His physicals in particular are great. Mentals, as I say, for a 19-year-old, bravery, aggression, determination, all there, work rate, teamwork, fantastic. He's got the tackling, got the marking, first touch, even got dribbling and a bit of flair. So I think he's a fantastic prospect. So happy to have him here on loan for the season and not paying his wages either. Now, going back to the screen that was there at first, that I didn't really mean to have up, but here it is, future transfers. So we've got Nico Kranjčar joining MK Dons for 20k. Now that really is just to get his 8k a week wages off the club's wage bill. He just doesn't have the physicals. I just wasn't prepared to kind of try him out. Harry Forrester, as we know, was going away to Leeds, 450k for him. Excellent deal. And then back to the ones that we knew about. There are no new free transfers due to come in. So 2 centre backs coming in, a right back, another defensive mid, and then a central midfielder and a sort of attacking midfielder forward. And the one thing that is missing at the moment is a left back. I am going to try and bring Tyrone Mings in from Bournemouth, I think it is. He's actually still on loan at the moment, and I'm not able to make an offer for a loan until that expires tomorrow. But Tyrone's going to be my main target for left back, and I think he should be able to give Wallace a run for his money this season. But yeah, so that's where we are in terms of the signings, how the squad looks at the moment. This is the size of it. It fits on one screen here, and you can see we are having to bring in a few youth players here to fill in the gaps until our new signings come in. So we have Scott Gray at left back, promising looking left back actually, to be honest. Very good at set pieces, and his physicals are pretty decent. Mental's lacking a bit, but he's only 17 years old. Who else we brought? Ross McCrory, brought him in as well. Well, lacking a bit in the technical side of things, but again, only 19 years old, got the time to progress, and he's only sitting on the bench today. Who else? I don't think I brought any other youngsters, and I think they were the only ones to fill the gap in. Anyway, today is all about the Euro Cup qualifiers, and I'll probably cover both of them. I think these friendlies that I had set up to try and generate some income by being on TV, using the little kind of trick. You say it's a trick, it is kind of an exploit, but there's no reason why Rangers couldn't have a friendly and invite those clubs, and there was, you know, interest in it to put it on the telly. I just noticed my first game is away to Celtic in the league. What a start to the league. So yeah, I probably scheduled these a bit late maybe, but that's where I was able to get the English teams. I couldn't get them earlier. So whether they get cancelled or not will depend on whether we get through against Bala. I was trying to see what the draw was for the next stage, and I can't remember off the top of my head. It's Split or Tre Fiore, so San Marino or Croatia. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we have to get through this, and as I say, with a team that aren't really match fit, as you can see, everything's pretty low, so we'll have to use the 3 subs today, I'm certain of that. But this is the team we're going with: Fotheringham, Tavernier, Kiernan, Wilson, Wallace. Crooks taking the ball winning midfielder role in midfield, as Jordan Roster is still travelling. Jordan Thompson, the deep line playmaker. New signing Lawrence, Mackay and Holt in the attacking midfield 3, and Zach Clough, the new signing up front. So we've got Dodo, Garner and Waghorn all on the bench. Waghorn and Dodo obviously can play in these positions. Liam Burke can play here as well. Liam Burke can play in midfield. We are a bit thin in the midfield department at the moment, just given rosters travelling, and we've got Thompson still to come in. But this is what we'll go with. It should be enough to dispatch Bala, but we'll see. Right, squad numbers. I want Lawrence to have a decent number here. Let's give him number 11, Zach Clough number 9, and Dodo 14, since he's not going to be first choice. I haven't even been asked to do squad numbers for the rest of the team yet. That's how early in the season it is. So I'll probably just adjust those things accordingly when it comes up. Yeah, I think I wished I'd done a few more not a few more friendlies. I'd actually got a friendly under my belt before this game. It was all going to take me by surprise with it being this early. There we go. My team work hard. Yep. So it looks like Bala are going like for like on us. So it should just come down to the quality of player today, and hopefully we have. I would like these guys closed down, but we'll stick with that in the moment. Hopefully we'll have the advantage there. I'm hoping they're struggling with fitness as well, but anyway, here we go. Our first European tie of the series is underway here, and looks as though we are getting our nice passes together. Holt, surely. Amazes me that Wallace was standing there in so much space and it wasn't played in, and instead you play the more difficult pass over the midfield to Tavernier. Free kick now for Bala, headed away by Wilson, picked up by Mackay. The break is on. Holt is away, and surely he can slot that into the bottom left corner outside of the right foot. 4 minutes on the clock, 1-0 up, 89% possession. I'd say that's a pretty decent start for us in Europe. Mackay slots it through to Holt there. Defender closes him down. I thought he'd wasted his chance here just from the edge of the box. That's a really nice finish from Holt. I suppose, yeah, you could say he should have squared it to Mackay with the defender closing in, but that was a really, really confident finish from him. And I would expect to see a bit more of Holt this season if he stays fit. As we get another chance, Matt Crooks with his first goal. Is that ever? Yep, he's off the mark for us now. So 2-0 up after 11 minutes. I think if this game, if we win by enough, I probably won't cover off the second leg if it's, you know, job done. Crooks there, nice first time finish. Not the greatest. It's quite central, but the goalkeeper was unable to keep it out. Yeah, as I say, if this game is a cricket score and we're definitely going to be through, then oh dear, Holt's out. I will probably just cover off this game and be back for the next one, the next episode in the second round. But that's assuming we do get a good score here. 2-0 at this stage is decent, but it's not by any means tie over. So Liam Burke comes on, 75% fitness. I'm just looking at Zach Clough's at 66. Lawrence with the free kick. Burt to Mackay. And was that a penalty for that? Oh, it was a penalty for Thompson, I think. Thompson on the ground there. Now Thompson's picked up an injury. 45% there. Barry Mackay lining up the penalty with two players lying down in front of him injured. And Mackay just rolls it into the centre. Calmly done. And 3-0 halfway through the first half. I'd say probably the most worrying thing is the fact that we've got these injuries here. I'll have to see with Thompson whether or not when he comes back on after medical treatment it'll go back up. I mean, he hasn't got an injury indicator, so it must just be a knock. Yeah, it's coming back up. He's okay for the second half. So we've scored with all 3 shots on target today, so if we can improve our accuracy, then should be able to get an absolute whitewash here. Thompson, yellow card. Okay, Half time. Is it? No, 3 minutes injury time added on. I wonder actually how the other tie's going. Not that it makes much difference at this stage. Let's just calmly say, pleased with your performance, keep it going. No need to get overexcited about it. Where are our teams here? Split or Treffiori? But there's a lot of teams at this level, aren't there? So many games. Split are winning 4-0, so it looks as though it'll be Split that we'll be playing. Right, okay, I'm going to wait till probably 55 minutes here. Zach Clough looking uninterested. Not great for our new signing to be like that. I'm going to bring on Garner, as I say, because Waghorn and Dodo can play in the attacking midfield position. Thompson on a yellow card at 62%. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring Thompson off, and I'll put Waghorn on in that position for today. Maybe a bit of a risk making 3 subs here, but at the same time it might be a risk leaving people on and they're more tired. It might be where they pull something. Little bit disappointed we haven't managed to score a bit more. I'm going to tell the team to push forward. I want a 4th goal if we can. We now get the throw. Wallace to Waghorn, back to Wallace, cross from deep, and it's off the bar. Not an FM special there from Wallace, almost, as Kieran launches it back up. Garner with a flick on, who was offside, and surely Mackay would have finished that there if he'd played to the whistle. And yeah, we are in control of the game, but as I say, maybe from a goal scoring point of view, I would have looked for the team to kind of push on a little bit. It looks as though motivation actually is a problem for the team, as a number of them are uninterested. I'm going to go overload. I really would like to get another goal. 4-0 would surely mean the tie was over. I mean, I think, to be honest, 3-0 probably means it as well. And we're just really, I think they're taking it a bit easy now. Push forward. They obviously think, job done, it's a pre-season friendly, even though it's not. Right, we get another chance here. Lawrence now, wide, Tavernier. Crosses looking for Garner, can't get there. Crooks finds Waghorn, right-footed shot from Waghorn. Don't faint, he did take it with his right foot. We've had a huge number of shots off target today. That is quite disappointing. But 3-0, I'll take it. As I say, with the way the fitness is, and you look at the condition now of the players, I'll take 3-0 quite happily. Can we get a chance for a 4th here? Or are Bala going to get 1 goal back in this tie? White here, getting closed down by Burt. Waghorn should have been closing Watkins down there, just standing watching him. White now loses in to Crooks. Crooks has had a good game today. Yeah, obviously he scored the goal, which has put his rating up higher, but he's looked tidy on the ball. As Watkins will surely get sent off here. Kind of irrelevant, really. 88 minutes. With the tie at 3-0, it should be over anyway. We get 1 minute of injury time, and surely this will be the highlight for full time. As we get maybe one more chance. Wilson forward. Lawrence, first touch pass to Mackay off the back of Garner's head. Burt, Waghorn not managing to control it. I mean, to be honest, some of the performances today have been rather poor, but I think I'll just put it down to the fact that their body language just shows none of the players are interested. They came on at 3-0, and obviously they just didn't want to show what they could do. Tom Lawrence 6.9 in his debut. Mackay getting man of the match there. Yeah, it's not as high scoring as I would have liked, although having a 7-6 win like that game there would have been a bit of a worry. if we've got that. Jason Holt is now out for 3 to 4 weeks. I've lost track in the number of times Jason Holt picks up an injury. He seems to be made of glass. So no part for Jason Holt probably in the second leg or the second qualifying round if we make it through. Anyway guys, that will be it for this episode. I do think I'll be able to turn over a win at home against Bala. So we'll be back for the split game, I assume it will be. Can't imagine their 4-0 win will be overturned, or in fact the 4-0 win became a 4-all draw or anything like that. So we'll be back for that game in a couple of weeks. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you think of the new signings. Would you have bought Zach Clough for the price I have? Do you think he'll be good? Have you played with him before? Have you signed him before? Let me know what you think. And until the next time guys, I'll see you when I see you.